All right, been busy all day. Erza versus Zoro. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Live reaction. By the way, before I begin, I know that they did like Screw Attack posted a video about like watching the fight early in a website. I didn't pay for that, and I actually made an effort to stay the fuck away from spoilers. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. I did, just to reiterate what I said in my previous video about this fight. I'm rooting for Zoro. Come on, come on. Where are the Zoro fanboys at? All right, get up, get the fuck up. I'm rooting for my boy Zoro. But I would not be surprised if Erza takes the win. Not be surprised at all because she's super hacked. So let's start this. Let's see. I just watched the feats and the stats. You know, I didn't record myself doing that because I want to talk about those things at the end of the fight. So they're about to fight. I'm going to watch the fight. Live reaction. We'll talk about it later. Let's go. Start this.
Oh, sorry, lady. Could you point me in the way of the
Got
shipyard?
lost.
I've been looking around for hours.
Bounty poster.
You're the one I'm looking for. Come peacefully and you won't be harmed.
Sorry, I'm busy. Maybe later.
I kind of wanted the animation to be
Have to do
3D
this the hard way.
instead of
I
2D.
told you, I'm busy.
But whatever. Look, Erza cannot land a hit on Zoro. Oh, what happened there? Oh.
Fool. Nothing is worse than the loss of life.
Don't start crying, woman.
Oh shit, he got up, bro. Yeah, that's like Zoro's durability.
Strength bullshit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I can do this!
Did they just like
I will claim this
imply that he had
for
like
my
King's
guilt,
Hockey?
for my strength!
Okay, yeah,
for
Zoro
my
can
friends!
that aerial sword attack.
Bring it on.
Like Zoro can tank that easily. Like that's not even just completely cut through that stuff. He's done that stuff against
You're not
Kaku.
the only one who
Those
likes
sky
the
swords aren't
threat.
doing shit to Zoro. Here we go. Come on, Zoro, pull through. Pull through. Oh! So I just got done watching the video. I just literally just closed the window. Can you not tell that I'm happy? Because I am. I'm very happy about this result. Very, very happy. Very confident in what this means. And judging by the dislike-like ratio in the video for the death battle, I'm assuming that at least most, if not the majority of the fandom agrees with the results. Because otherwise you would have like a Goku versus Superman type of dislike-like ratio. And that's just, you know, asking for conflict. This is a more... See, it came down to speed. It came down to speed, which is a factor that I must admit I did not take into consideration in my initial evaluation. It came down to Zoro's superior speed. Zoro can literally blitz Erza. Like, no matter... And I was thinking, well, they didn't use Nakagami armor, or, you know, because I know she has, like, way more armors than what she used. So I was thinking, you know, what would have happened if she had done this or that? It doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is, it came down to speed. You know, Zoro outspeeds anything that Erza can throw at him. So by the time Erza is throwing an attack, I mean, and they'd even, this is the thing that I didn't like about it. They didn't take Shizunson into consideration, which is literally, Shizunson, it's a speed blitz attack. I know it's free time skip. Another thing, and this is something that I said in the previous video, I wish they would have taken the fact that Zoro, with Luffy, a combo attack from Luffy and Zoro can bust open through a tsunami, okay? So what I would have done personally, when I was calculating the feats, if I had been involved in this, you could have been able to do this. You could have been able to calculate the force, calculate the manpower, the amount of strength that you need to bust open or cut through a tsunami, calculate that, divide it by 2, and give that to Zoro. Because that's exactly what he did pre-time skip. And again, it makes a lot of sense as to why they decided to stick with the Pika feat. You know, the thing that he did in Dressrosa, which is to cut a mountain, and not just cut a mountain, but to push it upward. because that's basically what he did. So that's his most recent feat. And yeah, so they stuck with it as a way of measuring that. And that's crazy. That is so crazy to me because Zoro is yet to fight an opponent in the series that actually makes him struggle. All right, he's been running through these scrubs like nothing. This whole Pika thing, it was not a big deal for him. So the fact that he was able to beat Erza Scarlet, all right, you know, when he hasn't even gotten a serious fight in the series is fucking crazy, all right? I mean, yes, granted, all right, pre-time skip, he did lose to Mihawk, and then after that Kuma incident, he was so fucked up, Kizaru was about to kill him in Sabaody Archipelago. But post-time skip, there hasn't been any serious opponents for Zoro. It's insane. So we're talking about a pre-Ashura Tensei Zoro beating Erza. And yes, I know that the Ashura Tensei is a term that was given to us by the Filipinos. The Philippines wrote up some spoilers and they were predicting that one of the technique that Zoro is yet to unveil has to do something with his eye, which is true. We know that's true, all right? And they called it the Ashura Tensei. Now, I don't know if it's going to be called Ashura Tensei. Probably not, let's be honest. But I'm going to call it Ashura Tensei because right now it sounds really badass. So a pre-Wano, pre-Ashura Tensei Zoro just defeated Erza Scarlet. Now, if you couldn't hear what I was saying during the fight, was essentially when Erza equipped this armor right here. I believe it's called the Heaven's Wheel armor, right? She has this thing that she sends down blades towards his opponent who's at ground level. And I said during the fight that that's not even going to scratch Zoro at this point because when he was fighting Kaku in Enies Lobby, Kaku did something similar and he was sending down Kaku was making it rain on Zoro, all right? And Zoro was tanking that shit no problem. And that was pre-time skip. So we can assume that his durability and his tanking capacity just got stronger in those 2 years in which he just dedicated himself to training. So that's why I knew the fact that they saved that attack for the ending was kind of confusing because I knew for a fact that was not going to even touch Zoro whatsoever. Again, like I said, even if Erza had pulled out Nakagami, it wouldn't matter just because, Zoro is that much more faster than she is. Like, Zoro basically outspeeds Erza, like, every time. And even if he didn't, even if he were in a position where, like, Erza were to use an attack on him, odds are he probably would have dodged the attack with observation hockey. So, I mean, I am very, very, happy with this result. I think it's an accurate result. I don't think there should be a lot of arguing back and forth, for the most part at least. Obviously, people are going to take this as an opportunity to say, like, which is the superior series. You know which one I think is the superior series, but it's to me it's just like a fun match. There's no need to get overly dramatic about it. I think it's important to be level-headed. You can like Fairy Tail and I can like One Piece, and people can like both, and we can just get along. So I appreciate the effort from Death Battle. I want to see more matches that involve anime characters. In fact, I was just thinking about this morning. What kind of like matchups would I want to see in the future? I think Rock Lee versus Sanji would be a good one. And then I thought about like something like Ace versus Natsu, but then I realized that Natsu kind of has like an unfair advantage because as far as I read into the series, he could eat fire. He could consume fire and use it to power up. So that would be kind of weird. But then maybe Natsu versus my man Sabo. Natsu versus Sabo, just because even if Natsu does have the advantage when it comes to consuming fire, Sabo can use Haki. So if the Meta Meta no Mi, if the Flame Fruit doesn't work out for him in fire versus fire, he could always switch over to Haki combat. So that'd be interesting to see. Again, I'm very, very satisfied with this result. Very, very happy. My boy Zoro pulled through, and I was doubting him. I was doubting because I knew Erza was super hacks, but at the same time, I never really considered the speed difference between the characters. So I'm glad that Death Battle pointed that out. Please let me know your suggestions for other Death Battles that you'd like to see relating to anime characters, because I think that's how it works. Because the more they get the same suggestion, the higher the likelihood increases that they'll make the video eventually. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts about the result. Do you think it's accurate? Do you think it's unfair? Do you think it's biased? Or do you think it's pretty... I think it's settled. I mean, I'm very happy with it. Thank you again. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Comment down below. Bye, guys.